100 Sad Realities of the Aging Female Narcissist. Welcome to Love Luxe Amore, where we talk about self-development and fulfilling our dreams. Today's video is one that many of you may find eye-opening, thought-provoking, and perhaps even a bit validating: 100 Sad Realities of the Aging Female Narcissist. If you've ever dealt with someone whose narcissistic tendencies have caused harm, frustration, or confusion, this list may bring some closure and comfort as you reflect on the consequences of their choices. Narcissists live in a constant state of seeking. They chase validation, admiration, and control to fill a void that exists deep within them. This missing piece is something they often don't understand themselves, yet it drives their actions in ways that can cause profound harm to those around them. Their inability to connect genuinely, paired with a relentless need for external validation, leaves a trail of broken relationships, unresolved conflicts, and emotional pain. For those impacted by narcissists, the journey to healing can feel long and overwhelming. My hope is that this video will provide insight, closure, and a reminder that you are not alone in your experiences. Why this video focuses on female narcissists. So why am I choosing to focus on female narcissists today? For a long time, the image of a narcissist has been overwhelmingly associated with men, often the domineering partner, the controlling boss, or the arrogant figure who thrives on power and attention. But the truth is, narcissism isn't limited by gender. Female narcissists exist, and their behaviors are just as damaging, though often far more subtle and insidious. Female narcissists frequently operate under the radar, using manipulation, gossip, gaslighting, and charm as their tools of control. Unlike the overt domination that is often seen in male narcissists, female narcissists can weaponize vulnerability, emotions, and social dynamics to get what they want. This makes their actions harder to spot but no less harmful. In my own journey and in conversations with others, I've found that the pain caused by female narcissists, whether it's a friend, family member, coworker, or even a romantic partner, can be incredibly isolating. Many people don't realize they're dealing with narcissism because it looks different in women. Female narcissists may hide behind kindness, empathy, or even victimhood to mask their toxic behaviors. This subtlety leaves many people questioning themselves and their experiences for far too long. By shining a light on female narcissism, I hope to give voice to an often overlooked reality and help people recognize and understand these patterns. Narcissism in women can wreak havoc on relationships, families, and even careers, and yet, because it doesn't always match the traditional narcissist stereotype, it's often downplayed or dismissed. This video is my way of addressing that gap, offering validation to those who've been affected, and encouraging awareness about the long-term consequences of this behavior. As we explore these 100 realities, remember that this isn't about judgment. It's about understanding the long-term effects of narcissistic behavior, recognizing the harm they can cause, and finding the tools to protect our peace and heal. The truth is, narcissists often end up burning every bridge and, in the end, receive the treatment they have earned through their actions. This is not something to celebrate, but rather, it's a reality that highlights the importance of empathy, self-awareness, and growth, the very qualities narcissists lack. Before we get started, I want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement helps keep this content going, and I appreciate each and every one of you who joins me on this journey of reflection and self-discovery. If you're looking for tools to help you grow and heal, check out the digital resources at loveluxeamore.com. I offer vision board analyses, custom affirmations tailored to your healing journey, and more to help you move forward with clarity and confidence. You'll find all the details in the description below. Now, let's explore the 100 sad realities of the aging female narcissist. Let this be a lesson in understanding how these patterns of behavior unfold over time, and a reminder that ultimately, these types of people face the consequences of their choices. Now, let's dive into the sad truths about the aging female narcissist. 1. Loss of physical attractiveness. One of the hardest realities for the aging female narcissist is the natural process of aging itself. Narcissists, who often derive their self-worth from their physical appearance, struggle immensely with the loss of youth and beauty. As wrinkles appear and gravity takes its toll, they feel their power slipping away. 2. Difficulty maintaining attention. With age, the female narcissist finds it harder to command the same level of attention she once did. As younger women come into the spotlight, she struggles to compete, leaving her feeling sidelined and insignificant. 3. Increased paranoia about being replaced. Aging narcissists often live in fear of being replaced, whether it's in relationships, careers, or social circles. The constant worry that someone younger, prettier, or more capable will take her place becomes an all-consuming source of anxiety. 4. Loss of charm. While younger narcissists often use charm and manipulation to get what they want, the aging narcissist struggles to maintain that same allure. Her attempts at manipulation may become more obvious or less effective as her ability to enchant others wanes. 5. Fewer opportunities for control. As the female narcissist ages, she finds fewer people who are willing to fall under her control. Whether it's in the workplace, social settings, or even her own family, people begin to see through her manipulative behavior, leaving her with fewer chances to exert power. 6. Estrangement from family. The aging female narcissist often finds herself estranged from her children or other family members. Her self-centered behavior over the years leaves a trail of damaged relationships, and as her children grow older, they may choose to distance themselves from her toxicity. 7. Obsession with youthful appearance. The obsession with maintaining a youthful appearance can drive the aging narcissist to extreme lengths. She may invest in plastic surgery, expensive beauty treatments, or extreme dieting in a futile attempt to cling to her former looks, but these efforts rarely satisfy her. 8. Struggling with retirement. For narcissists who once found validation through their careers, retirement can be a devastating blow. Without the structure of work and the ability to flaunt their professional achievements, they may feel lost and without purpose. 9. Feeling invisible. As women age, society often begins to overlook them, and for the narcissist, this invisibility is unbearable. The lack of attention from others is interpreted as a personal failure, further feeding her insecurities. 10. Fear of losing romantic partners. The aging female narcissist often fears that her romantic partner will leave her for someone younger or more attractive. This fear can lead to controlling or paranoid behavior, further driving a wedge between her and her partner. 11. Jealousy toward younger women. Jealousy becomes a central theme in the life of the aging female narcissist. Seeing younger women receive the attention, admiration, and opportunities she once had fuels her bitterness, and she may lash out in passive-aggressive ways. 12. Difficulty accepting help. Pride is a major issue for the narcissist, and as she ages, she may struggle with accepting help. Whether it's assistance with daily tasks or support for declining health, admitting she needs help feels like a blow to her carefully constructed image of independence and superiority. 13. Decline in social status. Over time, the aging female narcissist may find her social status declining. Friends may distance themselves, or social circles that once admired her may no longer invite her to events. This loss of status is devastating for someone who thrives on validation from others. 14. Health issues as a result of neglect. Narcissists often neglect their physical health in favor of appearances or achievements. As they age, these choices catch up to them, and they may face chronic health issues as a result of years of stress, poor self-care, or unhealthy habits. 15. Isolation. One of the most tragic realities for the aging female narcissist is isolation. Over the years, her selfish behavior and manipulation have driven away friends, family, and loved ones, leaving her increasingly alone as she ages. 16. Being seen as overbearing. As she ages, the female narcissist may become more overbearing in her attempts to control those around her. This behavior, which may have been tolerated when she was younger, becomes more noticeable and less acceptable, leading to further alienation from those around her. 17. Loss of superficial relationships. Narcissists thrive on superficial relationships where they can manipulate and control others. However, as they age, many of these relationships fall apart either because people see through the facade or simply because the narcissist is no longer as relevant or appealing. 18. Feeling irrelevant. With the loss of her youthful appearance, career, and social status, the aging female narcissist begins to feel irrelevant. She struggles to find her place in a world that no longer revolves around her, leading to deep feelings of inadequacy. 19. Unresolved regrets. As the narcissist ages, she may begin to reflect on her life and feel pangs of regret for missed opportunities or broken relationships. However, her inability to admit fault or take responsibility prevents her from finding peace or making amends. 20. Increased fear of death. Narcissists fear anything that suggests they are not invincible, and aging brings the inevitable reality of death closer. The female narcissist may become obsessed with avoiding death, going to great lengths to appear younger or healthier than she is. 21. Difficulty accepting aging. Aging is a natural process, but for a narcissist, it feels like a personal failure. The female narcissist may go to great lengths to deny her age, whether it's lying about her birthday, refusing to associate with people her own age, or obsessing over anti-aging treatments. 22. Compensating with materialism. As her beauty fades, the narcissist may turn to materialism to compensate. She may buy expensive clothing, jewelry, or luxury items in an attempt to project an image of success and worth, but these things only provide temporary relief from her feelings of inadequacy. 23. Becoming the center of family drama. Narcissists often thrive on drama, and as they age, they may find new ways to create chaos within their family. Whether it's pitting siblings against each other or playing the victim, the aging female narcissist keeps herself at the center of family conflict. 24. Inability to reflect on past mistakes. Self-reflection is difficult for narcissists at any age, but as they grow older, the inability to look back on their lives and learn from mistakes becomes even more tragic. They may continue to repeat the same toxic behaviors, never growing or evolving as individuals. 25. Hostility toward younger generations. The aging narcissist often develops hostility toward younger generations, particularly younger women who remind her of her lost youth. This hostility can manifest in passive-aggressive comments, jealousy, or even outright disdain. 26. Strained relationships with grandchildren. If the aging female narcissist has grandchildren, she may struggle to form meaningful relationships with them. Her inability to empathize, combined with her need for control, makes her an overbearing or manipulative presence, driving a wedge between herself and her grandchildren. 27. Decline in emotional manipulation skills. As the female narcissist ages, her ability to emotionally manipulate others may decline. What once worked in her favor becomes less effective as those around her grow wise to her tactics or as her ability to read and control people weakens with age. 28. Gossiping to maintain relevance. In an attempt to remain relevant, the aging female narcissist may turn to gossip and spreading rumors. By tearing others down, she seeks to elevate herself, but this tactic often backfires, leading people to distance themselves from her even further. 29. Loss of sexual power. Female narcissists often use their sexuality as a tool to manipulate and control others. However, as they age, they may find that their sexual power diminishes, leaving them feeling vulnerable and less in control of their relationships. 30. Relying on flattery to stay in social circles. As the female narcissist ages, she may find herself relying on excessive flattery or sycophantic behavior to remain in social circles. However, this shallow behavior often alienates her from others, who see through her attempts to manipulate. 31. Resentment toward aging partners. If the aging female narcissist is in a relationship, she may begin to resent her partner as they both age. Her dissatisfaction with her own aging process may cause her to project those insecurities onto her partner, criticizing them for their own aging or blaming them for her dissatisfaction. This resentment can create tension and conflict, ultimately eroding the relationship. 32. Desperation for validation. The aging narcissist becomes increasingly desperate for validation as the years go by. Without the constant flow of admiration and attention that she once received, she may go to extreme lengths to seek out compliments or recognition from others, often in inappropriate or excessive ways. 33. Difficulty forming new friendships. Making new friends can become particularly challenging for the aging female narcissist. Her self-centeredness and lack of empathy make it hard for her to connect with others on a meaningful level, and her inability to offer genuine support or interest in others pushes potential friends away. 34. Increased social anxiety. As her social circles shrink and her influence wanes, the aging narcissist may develop social anxiety. The fear of being overlooked or judged by others heightens, leading her to avoid social situations or interact with others in an overly defensive or hostile manner. 35. Inability to adapt to modern trends. The aging narcissist often struggles to keep up with modern trends, whether in fashion, technology, or social behavior. Her attempts to stay relevant may come across as out of touch, further isolating her from younger generations and leading to feelings of embarrassment or inadequacy. 36. Loss of independence. With age often comes a natural decline in physical or cognitive abilities, but for the narcissist, the loss of independence feels particularly devastating. Whether it's needing help with daily tasks or relying on others for support, the aging narcissist views this as a personal failure, leading to anger and frustration. 37. Increased focus on nostalgia. The aging female narcissist may cling to the past, constantly reminiscing about her glory days when she was younger, more attractive, or more successful. This focus on nostalgia prevents her from living in the present and forming new, positive experiences. 38. Bitterness over missed opportunities. As she reflects on her life, the aging narcissist may feel bitterness over missed opportunities, whether they were personal, professional, or relational. However, her inability to take responsibility for her choices prevents her from finding peace, leading to lingering resentment. 39. Blaming others for her failures. Narcissists often avoid taking responsibility for their failures, and the aging female narcissist is no different. As she faces the realities of her life, she may place the blame on others for her unfulfilled dreams, strained relationships, or declining status, refusing to acknowledge her role in these outcomes. 40. Fear of abandonment. The fear of being abandoned grows stronger with age for the narcissist. As she loses her social status and power, the fear that those around her will leave her becomes overwhelming. This can lead to increasingly controlling or manipulative behavior in an attempt to keep people close. 41. Constant need to criticize. The aging female narcissist may develop a constant need to criticize others, especially those who remind her of her own insecurities. Whether it's criticizing younger women, successful peers, or even family members, she uses criticism as a way to mask her own feelings of inadequacy. 42. Loneliness. Despite her efforts to control and manipulate those around her, the aging narcissist often finds herself deeply lonely. Her inability to form genuine connections and her tendency to push people away leaves her without the emotional support or companionship that many people cherish in their later years. 43. Frustration with physical decline. As her body begins to age, the narcissist finds it increasingly difficult to accept physical decline. Whether it's slower mobility, changes in appearance, or other age-related issues, she may become frustrated and angry at her body for betraying her sense of invincibility. 44. Compulsive need to compete. Even in her later years, the female narcissist feels a compulsive need to compete with others, especially women. This competition may extend to trivial matters like appearance, social status, or material possessions, and can cause strain in her relationships as she constantly compares herself to those around her. 45. Fear of being forgotten. The narcissist thrives on attention and recognition, and one of her greatest fears as she ages is being forgotten. Whether in her social circle, family, or career, the idea that she may no longer be relevant or remembered drives her to seek out ways to stay in the spotlight, even if they're misguided or desperate. 46. Unwillingness to seek help for mental health issues. Many narcissists refuse to acknowledge that they need help, and this unwillingness extends to mental health issues as well. The aging female narcissist may experience depression, anxiety, or other emotional struggles, but her refusal to seek therapy or admit weakness leaves these issues unresolved, further affecting her well-being. 47. Guilt over abandoned friendships. As she reflects on her life, the aging narcissist may feel guilt over the friendships she has abandoned in pursuit of her own selfish desires. However, her inability to admit fault or seek forgiveness prevents her from repairing these relationships or finding closure. 48. Estrangement from siblings. Sibling relationships can be difficult for narcissists, and as they age, they may find themselves estranged from their brothers or sisters. Years of competition, manipulation, or emotional abuse may lead to a permanent rift that cannot be repaired, leaving the narcissist without the familial support she once had. 49. Obsession with leaving a legacy. As the female narcissist ages, she may become obsessed with leaving a legacy. Whether it's through her children, career, or social achievements, she wants to be remembered and admired long after she's gone. However, her lack of genuine connections or meaningful contributions may leave her feeling unsatisfied with her accomplishments. 50. Strained relationship with adult children. If the narcissist has children, the relationship often becomes strained as they grow older. Her need for control and her lack of empathy make it difficult for her to support her children in a healthy way, leading to resentment or even estrangement. 51. Feeling left behind by friends. The narcissist's self-centered nature often leads her to prioritize her own needs above others. As her friends grow older, find new interests, or focus on their own families, she may feel left behind, especially if she struggles to relate to their new priorities. 52. Difficulty with empathy. Empathy is one of the greatest challenges for a narcissist, and this doesn't change with age. As she grows older, the female narcissist may continue to struggle with understanding the feelings and needs of others, further isolating her from meaningful relationships. 53. Living with regret. Regret over past decisions or relationships may haunt the aging narcissist, but her inability to take responsibility for her actions prevents her from fully coming to terms with these regrets. Instead, she may continue to deflect blame onto others, keeping herself trapped in a cycle of bitterness and resentment. 54. Deteriorating mental health. As the narcissist ages, her mental health may deteriorate. The stress of maintaining her image, combined with the natural challenges of aging, can lead to increased anxiety, depression, or other mental health issues. Unfortunately, her refusal to seek help often exacerbates these struggles. 55. Attempts to rewrite history. In an effort to protect her fragile ego, the aging narcissist may attempt to rewrite her own history, portraying herself as a victim or hero in situations where she was at fault. This selective memory allows her to avoid confronting her mistakes but further alienates those who know the truth. 56. Pushing away romantic partners. The narcissist's need for control and constant validation often pushes away romantic partners as she ages. If she is in a long-term relationship, her behavior may lead to resentment and emotional distance, while new romantic prospects may quickly lose interest due to her demanding and self-centered nature. 57. Relying on flattery for validation. As the female narcissist struggles to maintain her relevance, she may rely more heavily on flattery from others to validate her self-worth. This can manifest as an unhealthy dependence on compliments or superficial praise, leaving her vulnerable to manipulation or disappointment when these validations are no longer forthcoming. 58. Increased feelings of insecurity. As her physical beauty, social status, and control over others begin to fade, the aging narcissist may experience a sharp increase in feelings of insecurity. Her once unwavering confidence crumbles as she struggles to find new ways to feel important or admired. 59. Difficulty handling criticism. Criticism has always been difficult for the narcissist to handle, but as she ages, it becomes even more intolerable. Whether it's about her appearance, behavior, or decisions, she may react with anger, denial, or defensiveness when faced with any form of negative feedback. 60. Regret over failed marriages. If the female narcissist has been married and divorced multiple times, she may look back with regret over these failed relationships. However, her inability to recognize her role in the breakdown of these marriages prevents her from learning from the past or making amends. 61. Emotional outbursts. As her ability to control situations and people diminishes, the aging female narcissist may experience more frequent emotional outbursts. Whether it's anger, frustration, or tears, these dramatic displays are often a way to regain attention or manipulate those around her. However, they rarely have the intended effect and often lead to further isolation. 62. Increased dependency. Despite her attempts to project an image of strength and independence, the aging narcissist may become increasingly dependent on others as her physical or cognitive abilities decline. This dependency is deeply unsettling for her, as it challenges the control she's worked so hard to maintain over her life and the people in it. 63. Living in denial of aging. Rather than accepting the natural process of aging, the female narcissist often lives in denial. She may avoid acknowledging her age, lie about her years, or refuse to engage with anything that reminds her of growing older. This denial prevents her from coming to terms with her mortality and the inevitable changes that come with it. 64. Blaming others for declining health. If the narcissist experiences health issues as she ages, she may blame others for her condition rather than taking responsibility for her lifestyle choices. Whether it's her children, partner, or healthcare providers, she will find a way to shift the blame, as accepting responsibility would damage her fragile self-image. 65. Difficulty letting go of the past. The aging female narcissist often struggles to let go of the past. She may constantly bring up her past accomplishments or dwell on the relationships she's lost, never fully accepting that those moments are gone. This fixation on the past prevents her from moving forward and finding contentment in the present. 66. Loss of influence. As people grow tired of her manipulative behavior, the narcissist's influence over others begins to fade. This loss of control is one of the hardest realities for her to face, as it undermines her sense of superiority and dominance. 67. Fear of financial instability. The aging narcissist may experience a growing fear of financial instability. Whether it's due to poor financial planning, divorce, or a lack of career longevity, she may find herself facing financial uncertainty. This fear is compounded by her need for material possessions and a certain lifestyle to maintain her image. 68. Tendency to alienate healthcare providers. Even in situations where she needs medical care or assistance, the female narcissist may alienate her healthcare providers through her demanding and condescending attitude. This behavior can lead to suboptimal care or strained relationships with those who are supposed to help her, making it even more difficult for her to receive the support she needs. 69. Desperation to maintain youth. The aging female narcissist's desperation to maintain her youth can lead her to engage in extreme or unhealthy behaviors. From excessive plastic surgery to risky beauty treatments, she is willing to do almost anything to avoid looking or feeling old. However, these efforts often backfire, leaving her looking unnatural or feeling even more dissatisfied with herself. 70. Estrangement from social groups. As her peers age and mature, the female narcissist may find herself estranged from social groups that once welcomed her. Her refusal to adapt to the realities of aging or her continued manipulative behavior makes it difficult for others to maintain a relationship with her, resulting in her exclusion from group activities or social gatherings. 71. Jealousy toward her own children. If the aging narcissist has children, she may experience jealousy toward their youth, success, or independence. Rather than supporting her children's achievements, she may feel threatened by them, leading to tension and conflict in the relationship. 72. Competing with younger generations. Rather than embracing her role as an elder or mentor, the aging female narcissist may continue to compete with younger generations. Whether it's in the workplace, social settings, or even within her family, she feels the need to prove that she is still superior, often through superficial or petty means. 73. Emotional exhaustion. Living as a narcissist requires a constant effort to maintain control, seek validation, and project a certain image. As the narcissist ages, this emotional labor becomes increasingly exhausting. The strain of trying to keep up with her own unrealistic standards takes a toll, leaving her emotionally drained and burnt out. 74. Inability to form new relationships. With age comes wisdom for most, but for the narcissist, forming new relationships becomes even more difficult. Her inability to empathize, coupled with her constant need for validation, makes it challenging to establish genuine connections with new people, leaving her increasingly isolated. 75. Fractured relationship with adult sons. If the aging female narcissist has adult sons, the relationship may become particularly strained. Her need for control and emotional manipulation can drive a wedge between them, especially as her sons seek to establish their own independence and break free from her influence. 76. Envy of other elders' success. The narcissist doesn't only feel envious of younger women but also of her peers who seem to age gracefully or who have maintained successful careers, marriages, or social lives. This envy further contributes to her bitterness and resentment toward others. 77. Diminished beauty standards. As she ages, the female narcissist finds that the beauty standards she once used to measure herself and others no longer serve her. With declining physical appearance, she may feel lost or insecure, unable to adjust to the idea that beauty is fleeting and that other qualities should take precedence. 78. Difficulty enjoying life's simplicities. The narcissist's focus on control, appearance, and validation often prevents her from enjoying the simple pleasures in life. Whether it's spending time with family, appreciating nature, or finding joy in hobbies, she remains preoccupied with maintaining her image, which keeps her from experiencing true contentment. 79. Hostility toward new technologies. As the world continues to evolve with new technologies, the aging narcissist may become increasingly hostile toward these advancements. She may feel threatened by younger generations' ease with technology, and her inability to keep up with these changes fuels her feelings of inadequacy. 80. Unresolved grudges. Throughout her life, the narcissist has likely held grudges against those she perceives as having wronged her. As she ages, these grudges often remain unresolved, consuming her thoughts and contributing to her bitterness. Her inability to forgive or let go of the past only serves to isolate her further. 81. Increased tendency to play the victim. As she faces the challenges of aging, the female narcissist may increasingly adopt a victim mentality. She may blame her health, family, or society for her problems, refusing to take responsibility for the consequences of her own actions. This victimhood often alienates those who might otherwise offer support. 82. Complicated grief over aging parents. If the aging narcissist loses her own parents, she may experience complicated grief. On one hand, she may feel guilt for the strained relationship she had with them, while on the other, she may feel relief that she no longer has to compete for attention or deal with unresolved family dynamics. 83. Fear of being forgotten after death. The narcissist's obsession with control extends even to the legacy she leaves behind. She may fear being forgotten after she dies, leading her to try to create lasting reminders of her existence, whether through material possessions, stories, or actions meant to cement her memory in others' minds. 84. Physical decline as a blow to vanity. Physical decline is inevitable with age, but for the female narcissist, it feels like a personal defeat. As her body changes and she loses the youthful beauty she once relied on for validation, she may spiral into self-pity, bitterness, or even depression, unable to accept this reality. 85. Increased manipulation tactics. As her usual tactics for gaining admiration and control begin to fail, the aging narcissist may resort to even more manipulative behavior in a desperate attempt to maintain her influence. This often backfires, pushing people further away and leaving her with even fewer allies. 86. Over-reliance on external validation. Despite her growing insecurities and diminishing social circles, the female narcissist may still seek external validation. Whether through social media, shallow friendships, or flattery from acquaintances, her self-worth remains tied to others' approval, making her more vulnerable to disappointment and rejection. 87. Difficulty acknowledging mortality. The aging narcissist's fear of death is particularly pronounced. Her need for control makes it difficult for her to acknowledge her own mortality, and she may avoid conversations about aging or death altogether, clinging to the illusion of invincibility. 88. Anger over loss of autonomy. If the narcissist's health declines to the point where she requires care or assistance, she may become angry or resentful over her loss of autonomy. The idea of being dependent on others is intolerable to someone who has always sought to control every aspect of her life. 89. Blaming family for lack of support. Even when family members offer support, the narcissist may blame them for not doing enough or not being there when she wants them. This blame-shifting behavior further damages relationships and leaves her feeling increasingly isolated, even from those who are trying to. 90. Desperation for lasting attention. The aging female narcissist may take desperate measures to ensure that she is remembered or admired after she's gone. Whether it's through a grand gesture, dramatic acts, or leaving behind a material legacy, she seeks lasting attention, even though her methods may push people away. 91. Fear of being forgotten by loved ones. As her relationships crumble and her influence wanes, the aging narcissist may develop a deep fear of being forgotten by the people she once controlled. Whether it's her children, partner, or friends, the thought of no one remembering her legacy haunts her, even as her behavior pushes them further away. 92. Using guilt as a weapon. In a desperate attempt to maintain control, the aging narcissist may resort to guilt-tripping those around her, particularly family members. She might remind her children or partner of everything she's done for them, using emotional blackmail to keep them involved in her life. However, this only increases resentment and further erodes relationships. 93. Strained relationship with daughters. If the female narcissist has daughters, the relationship may become especially strained as they grow older. Her daughter's achievements, beauty, or independence may be perceived as threats, causing the narcissist to criticize or undermine her daughter in an attempt to maintain control and superiority. 94. Feeling out of place in social settings. As social norms evolve and her behavior becomes less tolerable, the aging narcissist may find herself feeling out of place in social settings. What was once charming or attention-grabbing now appears desperate or inappropriate, leaving her feeling alienated in the very spaces she once dominated. 95. Inability to find genuine joy. The narcissist's lifelong focus on external validation and material success leaves little room for genuine joy. As she ages, she may find it increasingly difficult to experience happiness, even in moments that should bring fulfillment. Her inability to connect with others on a deeper emotional level robs her of the simple pleasures of life. 96. Overwhelming loneliness. Loneliness becomes one of the most significant realities for the aging narcissist. As she loses control over her relationships and finds fewer people willing to tolerate her behavior, she faces the stark reality of being alone. Even surrounded by people, she feels disconnected due to her inability to form genuine bonds. 97. Loss of personal identity. For many narcissists, personal identity is tied to how others perceive them. As the narcissist ages and her appearance, career, or social status changes, she may struggle to understand who she is without the external validation that once defined her. This identity crisis can lead to feelings of confusion, emptiness, and fear. 98. Lack of personal growth. While many people evolve and mature over time, the narcissist remains trapped in her old patterns of behavior. Her refusal to engage in self-reflection or take responsibility for her actions leaves her stuck in a cycle of manipulation, resentment, and denial, preventing any personal growth or self-awareness. 99. Unresolved emotional pain. The narcissist's inability to process or confront her own emotions often leaves her with unresolved emotional pain. Whether it's past traumas, broken relationships, or unmet expectations, she carries these wounds with her into old age, unable to heal or move forward. This unaddressed pain often manifests as bitterness or anger. 100. A legacy of isolation. In the end, the aging female narcissist often leaves behind a legacy of isolation and broken relationships. Her inability to form meaningful connections, combined with her destructive behavior, ensures that she is remembered more for the pain she caused than for any positive impact she might have had. This sad reality is the ultimate consequence of a life spent prioritizing self-interest over empathy and genuine love. Thank you for joining me today as we unpacked the 100 sad realities of the aging female narcissist. This topic can stir up many emotions, especially if you've experienced the harm that narcissistic behavior can cause. Narcissists often seem untouchable in their prime as they're able to manipulate, control, and charm their way through life. But as time passes, the cracks in their facade begin to show, and they are ultimately left facing the consequences of their choices. They burn bridges, alienate loved ones, and find themselves isolated, a fate brought on by their own inability to grow, reflect, or genuinely connect. If you've ever been hurt by a narcissist, I hope this video provides a sense of comfort and closure. You deserve to know that their behavior is not a reflection of your worth, but rather, a symptom of their own deep-seated insecurities and inability to face what's missing within them. They live in a constant state of seeking, chasing validation and control, but this endless pursuit never fills the void they feel inside. And while their actions can cause significant harm, it's important to remember that their ultimate fate is often one of isolation and irrelevance, a result of the very behaviors they use to navigate the world. Healing from the damage caused by a narcissist is no easy task, but you don't have to walk that road alone. At LoveLuxeAmore.com, I've created tools to support you on your journey. Whether it's personalized affirmations to rebuild your confidence, a vision board analysis to help you set clear goals, or resources for setting healthy boundaries, my offerings are here to empower you. You'll find all the details at LoveLuxeAmore.com. Take what you need, and let these tools help you create a brighter, more fulfilling future. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Did this list resonate with you? Are there experiences or insights you'd like to share? I'd love to hear from you. Together, we can create a space for reflection, healing, and growth. Thank you for being here and for allowing me to share this journey with you. Remember, the power to heal and grow is within you. Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your peace, and know that you are capable of living the life you deserve. See you in the next video.